In Foxborough was at the end of the line for Pete Carroll as head coach of the New England Patriots. After a good start, Robert Kraft has seen his team. Wow, they should have moved to Hartford. Tied at 3 in the second quarter, Troy Brown and his band of renown. Bounces outside, now bounces back to the middle. Brown still trying. 52 yards out of the 23-yard line. Drew Bledsoe finishes that drive with a 1-yard TD pass. Scored 13-3 against Baltimore. Oh, the hit by Ted Johnson. Hits a fumble by Tony Banks. Chad Eaton, grumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Johnson with a good play.
And boy, did this defense miss Ted Johnson's toughness throughout most of the season, Boom.
So the Patriots win on getaway day. Probably. They win it by the count of 20-3. And so both they and the Ravens, who had a good second half, finish up their season at 8-8. And actually, the way it turns out, the Patriots end up being the 5th-place team, and they'll get a 5th-place schedule next year. They lose, but in this case, win the tiebreaker, if you will, with the New York Jets. More on that in a moment.